Hello and welcome back to our lessons. In this video, we are going to learn how to use the OTN element or the one-time notification element. So before we do that, let me explain to you what is the one-time notification feature that is offered inside of Facebook Messenger. If you haven't watched yet our lesson about the Messenger tags and the Messenger policy, then I advise you to please go back to our lesson and watch our discussion about what is the Messenger policy and what are the uses of Messenger tags, because those two lessons are actually a prerequisite in understanding the importance of the one-time notification feature. So let's first read the definition of Facebook. Messenger platform's one-time notification API allows a page to request a user to send one follow-up message after the 24-hour have ended. So I would like to stress this out. After the 24-hour messaging window have ended. So remember that we can only send a promotional content to the subscriber within the 24-hour window span since they have engaged with our Messenger inbox. And after that, we are not allowed to send any further messages. With this feature, the one-time notification, we are actually allowed to send a promotional message even if it is outside the 24-hour window, so long as we use the one-time notification API. Now, as explained here, so this API would allow us to request a user to send one follow-up message. So we can only send one message per request. So basically, we are asking for the consent of our user or a user consent and allow us to send a message even if it is outside of the 24-hour window. So the good thing here is with the one-time notification or with OTN, we can actually send a promotional content. So let's continue. The user will be offered to receive a further notification. Once a user asks to be notified, the page will receive a token. So remember this, the page will receive a token, which is an equivalent to a permission to send a single message to a user. The ratio here is 1:1, meaning one notification is equal to one message, or one token is equal to one message. That's why this feature is called one-time notification, because this token or this consent can only be used once. So let's continue. The token can only be used once and will expire within 1 year of creation. With the one-time notification API, we are allowed to ask a user to basically allow us to send another message to them, okay? And that message, we can use that anytime within the 1 year span since the user has allowed us to send a message to them. Basically, if they click a button, a one-time notification button, a token will be created. So let's go down here. So this is the process. So this is the process of how the one-time notification feature works. First is we are going to send a one-time notification template to the user. So this is what a one-time notification template looks like. We are going to send a message here. For example, we can send, unfortunately, this item isn't in stock at the moment, but we can let you know when it is. And then this is where the one-time notification template gets sent, get notified when our signature black long sleeve t-shirt is back in stock. And then if the user clicks the notify me button, then a token or a consent token or a one-time notification token will be generated. And once we have received that one-time notification token, we can use that token to receive a message even if it is a promotional message within the span of 1 year. So let's continue here. So before we can use the one-time notification token, we need to actually apply for this permission. We need to go to our page, edit our page settings, and then we would need to request the one-time notification feature to be approved first for our page. Meaning, if we have multiple pages, you would need to request for the one-time notification feature to be approved on each of your pages. Okay, now we can further look at the explanation of Facebook here. So the usage, let's first read this. We can use one-time notification as long as we don't confuse, we don't deceive, we don't defraud, mislead, spam, or surprise anyone. Make sure that there is a clear and obvious relationship between the prompt, meaning the message that we are going to send using the token, and the content of the message. The content of the one-time notification request and the message must comply with community standards. So this is the prompt. Get notified when our signature black long sleeve t-shirt is back in stock. So if the user clicks again this notify me, the message that we are going to send using that token must be related to the prompt. So for this example prompt, we are referencing the signature black long sleeve t-shirt, and once we send that message, we should reference it back. Signature black long sleeve t-shirt is back in stock. So that is what's being meant here. And also, we are not allowed to incentivize this action. So don't promise users money or equivalent to sign up for messages. And lastly, pages that receive high volumes of negative user feedback or that confuse, deceive, defraud, mislead, or negatively surprise users will lose access to the API. So remember that this API is not approved on your page by default. This API is a privilege and should be requested per page. So this can be revoked anytime by Facebook if you abuse using the one-time notification feature. So I hope by now you have an understanding of what is the one-time notification feature by Facebook, what is the usages, and what are the limitations and how it works. So on the next video, we're going to show you how we can use this feature inside of Marketing Master IO. So stay tuned for our next video.